The heroin epidemic here is out of control.
Go! Go! I fucking started myself!
This is the insanity of where this disease is.
I'm gonna fucking get it, I'm gonna start it myself. I am gonna start it! I'm gonna find it! Turn the camera!
I don't want you to fucking die. Kid's got heroin in the house. Mom's gonna go flush it down the toilet. Mark my words, we will be standing at this kid's funeral. 1 out of every 5 kids is abusing heroin. A bag of heroin today costs $5. That's less than going to the movies. Are you still selling? You look intelligent, you're good looking. Why don't you get a fucking job?
Surging heroin problem right here in a part of the country you might least expect.
A full-blown heroin crisis.
The number of Americans using heroin has doubled over the last decade.
Even more surprising may be the face of the new addicts.
We need to talk about getting your son some help. Kyle's struggling with heroin addiction right now. What people don't realize is in this little sleepy community that's constantly rated one of the best towns in the United States to raise a family, there is a huge heroin epidemic here. That's the reality of this drug. It kills you. Wake up, it kills you. There's no coming back from death. I don't want any more people going through Rob's morgue. It's as simple as that. You know, I could have killed 4 people. I put a 9-month-old baby in the hospital, and I don't remember it. You have a moral right as a parent to snitch on your kids if they're crossing that line. That's all there is to it. You know, as a parent, you do need to wake the fuck up because your child is gonna die. And most of the parents today are enabling the damn addiction. My son had been in treatment 6 times, and I don't blame any treatment centers. Nick thought he is untouchable. Don't worry, Pops, I'm not on that anymore. I'm doing the right things. 2 days later, Shannon called me and said, Nick overdosed, we're going to Hinsdale Hospital. Shannon picked me up, we got to Hinsdale Hospital. Said Tim and Shannon Ryan here to see our son Nicholas, he overdosed. And 30 seconds later, the chaplain walked out. I knew the cards were up then. And I went in to identify Nick first. In the wave of emotions that, you know, I set all this in place. He had 20 years old. Then I had to walk back in the room and tell Shannon, yes, he's passed on. That is the worst day of my life. The absolute worst day of my life. Today, heroin is the new in drug for kids to do. Every kid that uses heroin will become a full-blown heroin addict. Heroin isn't a social drug. It is a drug that will take over your life and destroy everything. He got transferred to the hospital last night. Oh, I'm suicidal, which was bogus to get out of jail. And the hospital they took him to was full, so he's in Chicago. They're going in front of the judge today or Friday to get everything cleared, and we'll get him on a plane and get him out of here. My phone rings 24/7, 7 days a week. Text messages, Facebook messages, phone calls with friends, parents, brothers, sisters reaching out for help. You know what a lot of the kids are doing now is if they're not raiding their parents' pill cabinets, it's easier to send one of them to Chicago, come back with 20 bags of heroin, and have a little heroin party. Naperville Central, you're probably going to have 5 less students in the next 6 months. 5 kids are not going to be in this school come graduation day due to dying from a heroin overdose. Because if we are real serious about this, 3 of you will be dead within the next year. Because I don't want him going home. I want him going directly from jail to the airport on a plane to Florida.
I just feel like it's too hard to be sober and I don't want to be a fucking drug addict.
This is probably the most dysfunctional family I've ever seen or worked with. You know, kid, if you give me 90 days, I will give you the opportunity to have a life. If not, you will die. Come on, kid, answer your door. Adam's not here. Promised me he'd be here. We talked earlier today. I've texted him, I've called him, and I haven't heard from him. I was drinking upwards of a gallon of vodka a day and shooting $500 worth of heroin a day. If people would just listen, if they just give themselves a chance. What's going on with you? Chris, your son's gonna die. Listen to me. Look at me. Call the police. She's thinking she just found out her son died through Facebook. What's going on?
He's alive.
He's alive? My son died on my 21-month sobriety date. God put me through 28 years of trials and tribulations with drug and alcohol abuse, sent me to the Illinois Department of Corrections twice, took not only my wife, my home, my son Nicholas. I will talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. I'll fly across the country, I'll fly across the world. I'll go sit down and talk with the damn president. I will do anything in my power to help any addict out there and any parent struggling with this. I am the face of heroin. I'm Tim Ryan. They call me the dope man.